I kind of questioned, like, God, is this right? Am I supposed to be where I'm at right now?
Before I walked through freedom, I felt so much shame and guilt.
I was dealing with some things with my mother-in-law, and then she passed away in January.
Well, I first heard of freedom when I was in Pensacola.
My sister-in-law lives in Mississippi. She actually told me about freedom first.
A couple people told me about freedom in my city group.
So I'm like, man, this keeps coming up. So I was like, I gotta check this out.
It was a little bit like secretive, like not really secretive, but they were like, you just have to do it. Like, I can't explain it to you.
I didn't know what to expect.
Well, I started freedom because I wanted like the accountability, and I wanted to figure out like why everybody was talking about it.
I remember sitting in a circle, meeting new faces that I never met. I knew I needed to deal with some things. And so I felt super comfortable facing those things. Then having somebody pray for you at the end, I think, was my favorite part.
I've never had anybody pray with me, and that sounds like crazy because I was raised in church, but I've never had anybody pray with me like about like what I'm going through. It was like the moment for me where I was like, I really do have things that I need to like work on, things that I've just like pushed aside. I always had this impression like, okay, God forgave me, but in reality, every time I thought of it, like the enemy was reminding me, like, you still feel really shameful, you still feel really guilty. And so I felt like during those weeks, like that was slowly like being pulled out of me, picking things apart that were not what God wanted there in my, like in who I was as a person.
Week 7 was forgiveness. It hit hard, and it was probably one of the biggest realizations that I needed in my life, especially at that time.
I was harboring feelings and had things inside of me that I had never really walked through or let go of. Tough topics, fear, abuse, and then to lay it out with somebody praying, over you, with you, to let it go. It was incredible. It's freeing.
I feel like I've had to really take responsibility of like my own walk. And I feel like I would have never realized that if I didn't walk through freedom. My husband goes to church now. We renewed our vows, and we've made a commitment like to God first.
I would recommend everyone in the church to go to freedom. Anyone that's not in the church to go to freedom. This is something that every person should and needs to experience because of how much it can change your life.
Freedom took my relationship with the Lord to a deeper level. I have a relationship with him now.